Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Prunko's Pipe Smoking Den. I'm Prunko. I'm in my den, and the last video that I posted, the VR to Steve from Smoking Cardboard, we were talking about homeless people, and in this video I'm going to make a challenge for all of you. But first, I remembered something that, well, probably change your mind about homeless people. Some years ago, when I was admitted to the psychiatric hospital, I was in the room with a man that was about the same age as my father. And that man, well, he wasn't having a real psychological, psychiatric problems, except a severe depression. But he also was there because he had nowhere to go. So basically, what happened was he was an engineer, a guy with a lot of experience, and a guy who worked his whole life and was very successful in his life. And you know, he had some problems in the family, especially with his wife. And not going to get into much detail, but basically he lost everything because of the arguments with his wife, and he lost his house, his children. He lost everything, and from someone who was, a big, an important man, he, you know, he ended up living on the streets. Now, he was quite a protective person with me, and I also tried to be protective with him. And after I got outside of the hospital, I talked to my dad, and we tried to find some solutions to help him, like finding him a place to stay, even though we were also in a very bad financial situation and couldn't afford to pay rent for him somewhere. But we tried to find him a place at someone's home and stuff like that, and tried to help him get a job. And he was happy and agreed, but then we couldn't find him anymore. I don't know what happened to him, and that's quite sad. And another story that I have about a homeless guy was, well, we had a supermarket in the area, and there was this homeless guy who was always very, nice when he was asking for money. He wasn't like the rest of the homeless people who were begging and stuff like that. He admitted that he had a problem with alcohol and stuff like that, but anyway, just because he knew how to ask for money, I always gave him money and gave him some clothes and stuff like that, man. And we ended up talking, and I found out that he was in the military for many years, and because of some mistakes he made, he was kicked out of the military. Also, he had problems with his family, and his family just threw him out and stuff like that. And he had no place to go, and he ended up on the street, just like that. He didn't have, because again, we tried to help him. Um, First of all, we wanted to help him to renounce alcohol, and he did. Even though a friend of his was always with the bottle, you know, he renounced alcohol, even though he was still living on the streets. He started taking care of himself. He started shaving and stuff like that, and we wanted to help him get a job. And the problem was that he didn't have a personal ID, and because he didn't have a house, he couldn't get a personal ID, so that was problematic. And I don't remember how and what he did, um, but he disappeared as well. I hope he didn't, I don't know. Um, I hope he was okay and he's alright and stuff like that, but just to know, not all people who end up on the streets are, you know, are there because they're drug addicts or whatever. Many people who live on the streets, if you get to talk to them and learn about their stories, you will find out that many of them are just victims of society, victims of their loved ones in which they trusted, you know. And just life has this strange way of, you know, taking you from one place to another, and you never know. You never know how and when you will lose everything. And if you think that that can't happen to you, think again. Think again. You can, you know, there were some lyrics from an artist, Romanian artist, who used to say, like, you think that it's difficult to look at your house, then close your eyes and then watch it go away, you know. It's just like that. Life um, life can be very brutal and very sudden. You never know what to expect, what's going to happen, and anyway, now the challenge that I have for you in the YTPC community. Since the holidays are coming, and you know that um, it's good to be kind during this period, you know, I challenge you all to make an effort and go and help. If you know homeless people around you, go and help them with whatever you can. If you have money, if you have some food, if you have some clothes that you don't use anymore, if you have, I don't know, whatever stuff that you don't need, make them a surprise and give it to them, or to a center for homeless people and stuff like that. Or if you are an employer, try to make an effort at least for one person just make a little effort and an experiment and see if you can help that person to get a job and to rent an apartment for a period can until he can settle and get his life together. I also ask you not to post any videos about what you did, not to discuss and brag about what you did. You just do it. You don't have to brag about it, just do it. And if you're going to have a beautiful Christmas, try to make it beautiful for others as well, because, like I said, you never know if you are going to end up the same. So be kind to others. And I don't know, that was all I wanted to say. That was my challenge, and I hope you will accept it and do some good stuff this year. So until next time, uh, take care, happy puffing, and I guess that soon I will start to say happy, no, Merry Christmas and stuff like that. But anyway, take care, guys. Bye.